Okay. Ooh, it's really close. Okay, so I've never cooked in front of live on a camera before, so we're gonna see how this goes. So we're gonna make an omelet. Simple dish. And if done properly is delicious. So it's a trifold French omelet. So I have this pan. This pan's been on a medium heat, 5, on my stove for the past 3 to 5 minutes, which is good because even a non-stick, they have small holes in them, so the heat actually causes the metal to expand and makes it even more slick. I've got 3 eggs that have been sitting in some hot water, not too hot, just out of the tap, to help bring the eggs up to temperature. It'll cause your omelet to cook faster, which will make it more creamy, which is the whole point of this. So in my non-stick, I'm going to take a tablespoon of butter, which is probably too much, but I like butter. I'm going to go ahead and melt it in there. And while that's melting, I'm going to crack my eggs and put them in this small bowl. Then I'm going to beat them lightly with a fork. I'm using a fork because a whisk will actually introduce a lot of air and make it more fluffy than we want it. You don't want to beat them too much, just enough to somewhat integrate. That's enough. That's all you need. Swirl the butter around in the pan. Make sure it coats everything that you can coat. We don't want those eggs to stick. Alright, now here comes the fun part. Pour the eggs straight in the pan. And give it a good 5 count. So, grab the pan and start moving it around with your spatula. You want to get some curds. You don't want them to fully scramble, but you want to get those nice fluffy bits in there. That adds a very nice texture. Alright. Then pick the pan up, move it around, so all the extra bits get out into the pan. We want this to be as round as possible. Alright, if you're going to add anything, now's the time, because you're going to put the pan back down and you're going to count to 10. Don't touch it, don't do anything for 10. If you're going to add anything, go ahead and do that. I like to add Parmesan and a pinch of salt. Okay, pick the pan up, move your spatula around, make sure you loosen up the edges. So this jiggly, you see it's not fully cooked, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So, one more time. Stuck still. You can help this out by before putting down the butter, go ahead and spraying it with some non-stick spray. My pan's a little boned. Okay. Now we want one edge fold over. Go ahead and fold it over with your spatula. Now switch your hand from here to here. you go. Perfect trifold French omelet. That's it. That's all it takes. Now, some of you might be saying, it's a little too runny, but the carryover heat is actually going to make it quite a bit more solid when you cut into it. So if you wait a minute and a half, there will be a little bit of runniness, but it's not gross. It's actually very good and creamy. So I hope you guys enjoy.